The snap-tight assembly system locks end channels to all sheets without the need for tools or fasteners. To assemble each panel, the perimeter channels are secured to the top and bottom of each sheet. Gently tap the channel over the snap-tight lugs and work your way along the sheet. Each channel should be fit to the center of each sheet. Simply tap the channel along until it's aligned. We're going to join our spliced channels now. Basically, we're just joining a pair of channels together to make a longer one. There are three parts: a left channel, a right channel, and the joiner. Looking at the part numbers, you'll see that the left channel has the letter L and the right channel has the letter R at the end of the part number. There are also printed arrows pointing to the end of the channel that needs to be joined. The joiner, called a CSJ, needs to be put in the right way to match the channel. Make sure that you've got the long sides matched up. Place the CSJ centered on the end and press in as shown until you hear it click. Repeat this with the other side and then make sure that both halves are butted up against one another. Do this for the rest of the spliced channels in the pack before beginning construction. Let's do the rear panel assembly. To make the rear panel, we'll need two 44Z sheets, one 81F channel and one 53J channel. Lay out and overlap the sheets by one rib. You'll need to turn one of the 44Z sheets around and put it on top of the other. Make sure the ends of the sheets are flush at the overlap. Align the holes and secure using 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Take the 43J channel and attach it to the top of the sheets using the snap-tight method. Make sure you've got the short side of the channel to the outside of the sheet. Next, take the 81F channel and attach it to the bottom of the sheets. Use two 10mm self-tapping screws to secure the CSJ and channel together. Repeat this for the top channel, securing the CSJ and channel with two 10mm self-tapping screws. It's time to attach the hinges. Grab a hinge and take care to orientate it properly for this step. Have it so the bump of the hinge faces down and hangs out to the outside of the panel, as shown. Align the holes in the hinge with the holes in the channel and fasten with 2 pop rivets. Now do these steps again for the other side. That completes our rear panel assembly. Now it's time for the side panel assembly. To make a side panel, we'll need one 44Z sheet, one 61G channel, one 81J channel, and one 80F channel. Make sure you have the sheet orientated as shown, with the edge holes to the right. Take the 61G channels and attach them to the top of the sheet using the snap-tight method. Make sure you've got the short side of the channel to the outside of the sheet. Take the 81J channel and attach it to the bottom of the sheet using the snap-tight method. Okay, flip the panel over now. Check you have the panel orientated as pictured. Take the 80F channel and place it into the end rib as shown. Use the cutouts in the end of the 80F channel to slot into and under the top and bottom channels. Align the holes and secure using 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Okay, one down, one to go. The other side panel is basically the same, but we need to swap the top and bottom channels around. So redo this step, but swap the 61G and 81J channels. Okay, now we're up to the lid panel assembly. To make the lid panel, we'll need one 43Q sheet, one 43R sheet, two 91L jams, two 87H lips, one 81R channel, and one 81W channel. Lay out and overlap the sheets by one rib. Take care to align the two sheets so the holes make a V shape as shown. Make sure the ends of the sheets are flush at the overlap before continuing. Use 3 of the 10mm self-tapping screws to secure the sheets together. Attach the 81R channel to the rear of the panel using the snap tight method. Make sure you've got the short side of the channel to the outside of the sheet. Next, take the 81W channel and attach it to the front of the panel using the snap tight method. Use 2 10mm self-tapping screws to secure the CSJ and channel together. Repeat this for the top channel, securing the CSJ and channel with 2 10mm self-tapping screws. Take an 87H lip and slide it under the channels on the left side of the panel. Fasten with 3 10mm self-tapping screws. Now do these steps again for the other side. Okay, flip the panel over now. Check you have the panel orientated as pictured. Take a 91L jam and align it to the diagonal holes in the sheet. Fasten the end holes of the jam through the sheet. Place the second 91L jam on top of the first and align with the holes in the sheet. Fix with another screw where both jams overlap through the pre-punched holes. Now everything is held in place, we can turn the panel back over and finish off fastening through those other aligned holes. Let's build the left door. To make the left door, we'll need one 37B sheet, the door plate, 2 pad bolts, one 58Y channel, one 58T channel, two 58Z channels, and one 91J jam. Have your sheet orientated as shown with the narrow pan on the left-hand side. Take a 58Z channel and attach it to the top of the sheet using the snap type method. Make sure you've got the short side of the channel to the outside of the sheet. Okay, take the 58Y channel, it's the one with the hinge holes, and make sure you have it orientated so the long side goes to the top of the sheeting. Insert this longer 20mm side of the channel into the top and bottom channels on top of the sheet and let the bottom go underneath everything. Okay, now we're going to finish off the other side of the panel with the 58T channel, making sure you've got it orientated like you did before with a long side to the top. Take the 91J jam and insert it into the top and bottom channels on top of this 58T channel. Make sure you have the side of this jam that has the holes that line up with the channel. Take the door plate and align it with the punched holes in the top right corner of the panel. Fasten with 6 screws through these aligned pre-punched holes. Finish off any holes in these jams and channels using self-tapping screws. Flip the panel and secure the corners of the channels using 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Okay, now grab one of those pad bolts. We're going to attach it using screws to the 58T channel. Align 2 holes in the channel with 2 holes in the pad bolt and fasten. Take the second pad bolt and repeat this step at the bottom. Okay, now we're up to the hinges. First, we need to take our 3mm drill bit and go through the existing set of channel holes. This clears out the sheeting on the other side so the rivet will fit. Take a hinge and orientate it so that the bump is to the outside. Next, align the holes and secure using 3 pop rivets. Repeat this process for the lower hinge position. If included in your kit, take the other 91J jam and place it as shown. Tuck one face of the jam into the bottom right corner and allow the other face to tuck in under the left channel. Next, using the holes in the jam as a template, drill through into the sheeting below using the 3mm drill bit. Then, fasten from below using a screw in each end hole. Now turn the panel over and just use one more screw in the middle to finish off the door. Let's build the right door assembly. To make the right door, we'll need the 37C sheet, a door plate, one pad bolt, one 58W channel, one 58Y channel, two 58M channels, and a 91S jam. This jam is only in some kits. Make sure you orientate the 37C sheet so that the small pan is on the right hand side. Take a 58M channel and attach it to the top of the sheet using the snap tight method. Make sure you've got the short side of the channel to the outside of the sheet. Okay, take the 58Y channel, it's the one with the hinge holes, and make sure you have it orientated so the long side goes to the top of the sheeting. Insert this longer 20mm side of the channel into the top and bottom channels on top of the sheet and let the bottom go underneath everything. And just do this again on the other side with the 58W channel, remembering to keep that longer side to the top. Fasten each corner with a screw. Other holes between these parts will also align, so fasten these too. Align the door plate with the holes in the top left corner of the sheeting. Fix through the pair of holes in the sheet with two screws on the top of the rib. These remaining four holes will be aligned with the pad bolt. Align the holes and secure using 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Flip the panel and secure the corners of the channels using 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Okay, now we're up to the hinges. First, we need to take our 3mm drill bit and go through the existing set of channel holes. This clears out the sheeting on the other side so the rivet will fit. Take a hinge and orientate it so that the bump is to the outside. Next, align the holes and secure using 3 pop rivets. Do the same for the other end. Okay, if included, take the 91S jam. Find the face in the 91S jam that has all of the holes. Then orientate it as shown and tuck one end under and inside the bottom left-hand corner and the other to the right side. Next, use the 4 holes shown as a drilling template and drill into the sheeting below with the 3mm drill bit. From underneath, fasten up through the sheeting and into the jam, but just through the end holes for now. Then flip the panel back over and finish off those last holes. This completes our right door panel assembly. Let's make the front panel assembly. To make the front panel, we'll need 2 of the 53H channels, 1 79HL channel, 1 79HR channel, 2 91K jams, 1 91HL jam, and 1 91HR jam. Okay, we're just going to repeat this on the other side now. Take care to align the channel hole shown with the hole at the top of the jam. The longer side of the channel will go into the slot at the end of the jam. When these holes are aligned, fasten with a screw. Okay, that's the top channel on. Now we're just going to do the same for the bottom. Align the end hole of the jam with a corresponding hole in the channel and fasten with a screw. Do the same for the other end. Use 2 screws to secure. Other holes between these parts will also align, so fasten these too. Use 2 screws to secure. Other holes between these parts will also align, so fasten these too. Okay, flip the panel over now. Check you have the panel orientated as pictured. Secure the halves of the channel to the CSJ with 2 screws. Do the same for the other end. If any further holes line up, fill those with a screw as well. That will complete our front panel assembly. Let's begin the final assembly. Start by bringing in the rear panel and make sure you have it so that the channel with the hinges is to the top. Next, we'll attach the side panels and we'll begin on the right. Match up the notch outs in the rear panel top and bottom channels with the side panel. Align the top channel holes, run the 3mm drill bit through and then rivet them. Align the holes and secure using 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Move to the other back corner and repeat the process. Align the top channel holes, run the 3mm drill bit through and then rivet them. Align the holes and secure using 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Bring in the front panel now. You'll know it's the right way up if the jamb is to the top of the doorway. As you did at the rear, align the side panels into the cutouts of the front panel's top and bottom channels. We're aligning the screw tip with the pre-punched hole in the side panel's AEF channel. When you've got them aligned, fasten. Now just do the same at the bottom corner, using the screw tip that's already there to fasten into the hole in the bottom of the ADF channel of the side panel. 4 more holes will align between these two parts. Be sure to use the longer 20mm screw for this step. We're aligning the screw tip with the pre-punched hole in the side panel's AEF channel. When you've got them aligned, fasten. Now just do the same at the bottom corner, using the screw tip that's already there to fasten into the hole in the bottom of the ADF channel of the side panel. 4 more holes will align between these two parts. Be sure to use the longer 20mm screw for this step. Take the left door and align a hole of the top hinge with those in the front panel jamb. Then fasten with a single rivet for now. Now align a hole in the bottom hinge with one at the bottom of the jamb and fasten with another rivet. Now go back and finish off with 2 more rivets per hinge. Now we've got the right door to put on, so you'll just have to repeat these steps again. Alright, now we're going to attach the pad bolt hasps. First, shut the door. Then, take a hasp and place it on the edge of the left door and center it over the pad bolt shaft from the right door. Orientate the lid panel so the point of the V-brace is to the front. Place the lid panel on top of the walls and so that the lips are hanging over the sides. Go to the back now and see where the hinges come to meet the lid panel rear channel. Align the hinges in the back panel to the pre-punched holes in the lid channel. Align the matching holes and then rivet. Now do these steps again for the other side. Choose a place along the left door to fit the lid latch. You'll have to position them by hand, mark the hole locations, and then fit with pop rivets. Align the matching holes and then rivet. The matching staple will be positioned on the top channel of the left door. Align the matching holes and then rivet. Now we'll attach the bin handle loop. Find a location along the lid that's going to be close to where your bin handles are. We'll position them where the lid sheeting overlaps. Switch out your drill to the 4mm drill bit and then go through these marks. Align the tap holes in the C handle and then fasten with 2 of the 10mm long M4 screws from the outside. It is absolutely critical the walls are square before proceeding. Failure to do so will make the lid not open or close properly. Now the walls are square, make sure they stay that way by using an L plate as shown. Position the plate, mark the 4 bracket holes, and then drill and rivet in place. Do the same for the other front corner. Using a screw in the hasp, fasten this onto the left door. Straighten up the hasp and then drill a new hole and fasten with another 10mm self-tapping screw through the bottom hole. Firstly, position the shed onto the slab, making sure the walls are squared up and it's centered. Take your angle brackets and lay them out in the positions as shown, spacing them equally along each wall. Using these brackets as a template, go around and carefully mark where the holes are on the slab and on the wall. Drill 3mm pilot holes in the wall centered on these marks. Now switch out to the 10mm drill bit and drill through these pilot holes. Next, take your hammer drill and insert the 10mm masonry drill bit. Drill down through the marks we made earlier. Be sure to go down deep enough for the height of the dynabolt. From the outside of the shed, take the 10mm bolt and poke it inside. You may need a friend to hold it there. Align the angle bracket with the bolt and then tighten the nut by hand. Tighten it further using the shifting spanner. Put the dynabolt through the bracket and into the hole in the slab. Tighten this nut on the dynabolt with the shifting spanner. Now that this has been done at all positions, the structure is anchored. That completes your 1508 WBCK wheelie bin cover.